Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the power MOSFET. Okay, so MOSFET stands for metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Okay, some features of the MOSFET are it is having a very high input impedance, so it draws a very less input current. Okay, ideally speaking, the input current is zero, and ideally speaking, the input impedance is infinite. Okay, but in practical case, we are having some very high input impedance and very low input current. Okay, next, the switching frequency of the MOSFET is very high compared to the other switches. The MOSFET is having a very high switching frequency, right? We can say the highest switching frequency. Okay, next, so now let us discuss the basic structure of the MOSFET. Okay, so the MOSFET consists of, it is having a p type substrate. Okay, means it is having a p type body, p type base. Okay, into which the n type layers are diffused, right? N plus layers are diffused into the p type substrate. Okay, so means it is like we are having a p type structure, that is a surface, and onto which the n plus layers are diffused. Okay, so into the p type substrate the n plus layers are diffused. Okay, MOSFET is a three terminal device. The three terminals are source, gate and a drain. Okay, D stands for the drain, G for gate and S for the source. Okay, next, the drain and the source are directly connected to the n plus layers. Okay, and the gate terminal is connected to the p type substrate. Okay, through SiO2 layer. SiO2 means silicon dioxide layer. Okay, so please be careful, the gate terminal is not directly connected to the p type substrate, but in between it we are having the dielectric medium, that is the SiO2 layer. Okay, whereas drain and source are connected directly to the n plus layers. Okay, next, so this is the basic structure of the MOSFET. Next, the symbol of the MOSFET. Okay, in the MOSFET we are having the depletion type, enhancement type. In the enhancement type, again the n channel, p channel, etc. Okay, but here we are considering the n channel enhancement type power MOSFET. Okay, next, the symbol of the MOSFET. Okay, this is the symbol of n channel enhancement type power MOSFET. Yes, it is having the three terminals, gate, source and a drain. Okay, out of that, between drain and source we are having the load circuitry, that is a high power high current circuitry, right? It is similar to that of the anode cathode circuitry in the SCR. Okay, next, between gate and source we are having the controlling circuitry. Gate and source we are having a controlling circuitry. Okay, so it is similar to that of the gate and cathode circuitry of the SCR. Okay, so between gate source we are having the controlling circuitry, between drain source we are having a high voltage high power circuitry, right? That is a load circuitry, load will be connected. Next, the simplified structure of the MOSFET. Okay, so here, as in the basic structure also we are having n plus and p type substrate. Okay, so in the simplified structure also we have represented as n plus, p and n plus. Okay, out of that, drain is connected to the one of the n plus layer, source is connected to the second n plus layer. Okay, so drain is connected to the n plus, source is connected to the n plus. It is a direct connection. Okay, but gate is connected to the p type substrate. Gate is connected to the p type substrate through the SiO2 layer, through the SiO2 layer. Okay, so this is the simplified structure of the power MOSFET, right? This structure is similar to that of your basic structure. Okay, or from the basic structure we have drawn this simplified structure. Next, now we are going to discuss the operation of the power MOSFET. Operation of power MOSFET. Okay, so as I said, in the case of MOSFET, between drain and source we are having the load circuitry. Suppose here we are having the high power and the load is suppose RL. Okay, here we are having the load circuitry. Okay, suppose this voltage is VS, supply voltage, right? This voltage is VDS, this current is ID. Okay, this current is ID, right? Next, between gate and source we are going to connect the controlling circuitry. Okay, now suppose initially this controlling circuitry is open, right? Now if you check the structure, here we are having the n plus p, it forms the one junction, right? Consider it as a junction J1, right? P and n plus, it forms the second junction, consider it as a junction J2. right? As we know, when n plus and p are connected, that is it forms the pn junction, right? So there will be the formation of depletion layer. Okay, means assume that here we are having across junction J1 we are having the depletion layer present, right? Across junction J2 we are having the depletion layer present. Okay, means in the power MOSFET we are having the depletion layer here and the depletion layer here. Okay, now here as I said, the gate source terminal we have kept open circuit. Okay, now so here as this is the highest potential point, this is the lowest potential point, initially the MOSFET will be in the off state, right? Now so as the MOSFET is in the off state, what about the current in the circuit? It is a negligible current, right? Ideally speaking it should be 0, but in practical case it is a negligible value. Okay, it is having some value in microampere. Okay, now right, so here as the current is 0, so what about the voltage across the load? Voltage across the load is 0, so whatever the potential here, the same potential is appearing here, right? So suppose this potential is 0 volt and this will be Vs volt. Okay, so can we say that potential that will be, can we say that the potential that will be appearing here, yes, it will be same as that of drain potential, so n plus potential will be plus Vs. Okay, potential at the positive plate will appear at the upper n plus layer, right? Potential at the negative plate, that is a 0 volt, will appear at the lower n plus layer. Okay, so can we say that from here to here the potential goes on decreasing, right? So we can say that from here to here the potential goes on decreasing. Okay, so if this potential is Vs, right, as I said from here to here the potential is decreasing, right? So definitely n plus potential is greater than that of the p type. Okay, so can we say that junction J1 is in a reverse bias mode? Okay, so here junction J1 is in a reverse bias mode. What about junction J2? From here to here the potential is decreasing, so definitely p type is at higher potential than that of the n plus. Okay, so what about junction J2? Junction J2 is in forward bias mode. Are you getting the point? Okay, junction J1 is in reverse bias mode, junction J2 is in forward bias mode. Okay, if we go on increasing this voltage, what will happen? The width of the depletion layer across junction J1 increases, width of the depletion layer across junction J2 decreases. If we further increase the voltage, this width becomes 0 because junction J2 is in forward bias mode. This width goes on increasing. If we further increase the voltage, yes, the breakdown of the depletion layer across junction J1 takes place and our MOSFET can turn on. Okay, means without applying the gate source voltage, right, without applying the controlling circuitry, without connecting the controlling circuitry, right, we can turn on the MOSFET, right, but the required voltage is very high. Okay, that voltage should be sufficient to cause the breakdown of the depletion layer across junction J1. Okay, next, now suppose if we are interested in turning on of a MOSFET to a reduced voltage level. Okay, reduced voltage level. So for that case, yes, generally a external voltage is connected, VGS is connected between gate and source. VGS, consider it is a VGS. Okay, now so as here voltage connected is VGS. Okay, so as we say, as we know, this is a EMF, electromotive force. At one side it consists of positive charges, at second side it consists of negative charges, right? So what will happen? The positive charges from here, yes, these positive charges will, yes, accumulate the space at this side or at this edge, right? Means from this positive, from the positive plate of the VGS, positive charges, yes, will be, yes, placing at this edge. Okay, but here we are having the SiO2 layer, so due to that these positive charges will not enter directly into the p type layer. Okay, but these positive charges will occupy the space at this edge, right? Next, so as here we are having the positive charges, okay, as here we are having the positive charges, and if you check, the p type material consists of the negative charges as a minority charge carriers, yes or no, right? So when positive charges are appearing here, whether the negative charges from the inner p type layer will get attracted towards this side, yes. Okay, so due to that what is happening? Yes, the negative charges from the inner p type layer, right, these negative charges will get attracted towards this side or towards the positive charges, but definitely these negative charges will not cross this depletion layer, will not cross this SiO2 layer. Why? Because this layer is like a insulating layer. Okay, means this layer is offering very high impedance, very high opposition to the movement of the charges or to the flow of charges. Are you getting the point? Okay, so if you check, yes, once this layer is formed, right, So here we are having the n type material, here we are having the n type material, and here also we are having the n type layer. Okay, so can we say that suppose if one of the electrons, suppose if one of the electron enters from the negative plate, right? So suppose electrons are entering from negative plate of the supply, right, into the n plus layer. Okay, whether this electron can complete its path from negative plate towards the positive plate through this channel? Yes. Are you getting the point? Okay, so very important, very important, right? So MOSFET is a voltage controlled device. MOSFET is a voltage controlled device, right? And yes, how the charges are flowing? Yes, or how the current is flowing? Yes, due to the formation of this channel. Okay, now whether the width of the channel, whether the width of the channel depends on whatever the positive charges present here, definitely. Okay, and the positive charges which are present here, it depends on the magnitude of the VGS. Okay, higher the value of VGS, higher the value of VGS, higher will be the positive charge carriers at the positive plate of the VGS. Due to that, more number of positive charges will be occupying space here. Okay, so due to the more number of positive charges, yes, the more number of negative charges will get attracted towards this side, and the width of the channel will be more. Width of the channel will be more. Whether the width of the channel affects on rate of flow of charges? Definitely. Okay, so more the width of the channel, faster will be the rate of movement of charges, and due to that, the more will be the current, more will be the current ID. Are you getting the point? Is this clear? Okay, so MOSFET is a voltage controlled device. Higher the value of VGS, higher the ID. Are you getting the point? Higher the value of VGS, more positive charges will occupy space here. Next, due to that, more number of negative charges will get attracted here. Due to that, the width of the channel will be more. As the width of the channel is more, I am saying this as a channel, I am saying this as a channel, right? So this is a channel. Okay, as the width of the channel is more, due to that, what will happen? The faster will be the movement of the charges. Okay, faster will be the movement of the charges, because it is like n plus here, n plus here, and here also we are having the, yes, the sufficient width of the channel. So due to that, suppose the electrons are entering into the n plus, these electrons will complete its path from negative charges, negative charges, negative charges, and towards the positive plate. Are you getting the point? Okay, means yes, the effect of the reverse bias junction J1 will not be observed here. Are you getting the point? Is this clear? Okay, because yes, due to the formation of this layer. Okay, so very important, MOSFET is a voltage controlled device. MOSFET is a voltage controlled device. Are you getting the point? Okay, so that's why it is known as the N channel. Why it is the N channel? Because here we are forming the layer of negative charges, okay, or the channel of negative charges. That's why it is the N channel. Okay, whereas in P channel, what will be? Yes, what is the change in the P channel? Yes, the change will be, here we are having the N substrate, here it is a P plus, here it is a P plus. Okay, I am saying in the P channel. Okay, so P plus, and here it is a N substrate. So here it is P plus, and here it is N substrate. So here we will be having the formation of positive charge carriers, formation of layer of positive charges. Okay, so next, so this is about the simple operation of the MOSFET. So in conclusion, we can say that ID depends on the value of VGS. More the VGS, more will be the ID for same value of VDS, for same value of VDS. Next, VI characteristic of MOSFET. Okay, VI characteristic. It is a plot between VDS versus ID. VDS is the voltage across the device. VDS is the voltage across device. ID is the current flowing through the device. Okay, so this is the nature of the VI characteristic of the MOSFET. Okay, so from this, if you check, for the same VDS, suppose we are having the VDS value. For the same VDS, yes, for the same VDS, if we take the projection, on, yes, VI characteristic, then it will be cutting. For the first curve, it is cutting here, second curve, third curve, and fourth curve. Okay, again from this, if you check, or again from this, if we check, yes, this is cutting here. Next, right? So suppose this is ID1, this is ID2, ID3, and ID4. Okay, means for different values of VGS, we are having different curves. Okay, so ID1 is corresponding to the VGS1, ID2 is corresponding to VGS2, ID3 is corresponding to VGS3, ID4 is corresponding to VGS4. Okay, so from this can we say that yes, VGS1 is less than VGS2 is less than VGS3 is less than VGS4. Okay, and yes, we can write it as ID1 is less than ID2 is less than ID3 is less than ID4. Are you getting the point? Okay, so more the VGS, more is the ID, right? Because just now I discussed more the VGS, more is the ID, right? More the VGS, more will the width of the channel, okay, and more will be the current, right? So like this we are having the VI characteristic of the MOSFET. Are you getting the point? Okay, so this is about the power MOSFET. Strictly speaking, the power MOSFETs are used in the circuitry where faster switching rates are required, right? Specifically in the inverter. Okay, in the next video we are going to discuss the numericals related to power MOSFET. Thank you.